everyone. Thanks for joining this evening on this Wednesday. My name is Pastor Laura and I'm the Associate Pastor here at Hennepin Avenue United Methodist Church. And today we are gathering in Koinonia Hall. And as you can see in the background, we have a couple of Christmas trees up, and this is the space where we gather for brunch, host events. We held our Advent Festival here a couple weeks ago, and so this is a place of togetherness, and a whole lot of good food gets consumed in this place. But today I want to talk a little bit about the use of a candle. I have a candle lit for us today, and candles represent a whole lot of things for us, but oftentimes it is a way of remembering someone. And a couple of years ago during the pandemic, in the previous congregation I was serving, we recognized that folks hadn't been able to gather for funerals or memorials in a large group setting in a while because of the restrictions. And so we hosted a Luminaries for Loved Ones event where people were able to create a luminary and decorate it and put a picture of the loved one or something that was on their heart. And then we created a luminary display of, I felt like a couple hundred candles, and people were able to come and walk through and share in the collective remembrance of the people that we loved. And so I think in this time, while we're mostly out of the restrictions, there are still things that we hold dear in Advent. And Advent is often meant to be a time of joy, where this upcoming Sunday is the third Sunday of Advent, and that often represents the spirit of joy. But for some of us, joy feels in short supply. And so I found a reading from Howard Thurman, who has since passed away, talking about what a candle represents for us this coming. So I want you to think about, as Howard Thurman talks about all the reasons why he lights a candle, what a candle might represent for you this Advent season. Howard Thurman says, "I will light candles for Christmas. Candles of joy despite all the sadness. Candles of hope where despair keeps watch. Candles of courage where fear is ever present. Candles of peace for tempest-tossed days. Candles of grace to ease heavy burdens. Candles of love to inspire all of my living. Candles that will burn all the year long." So my question for you all this Wednesday evening is, what does your candle represent? Perhaps it represents a deep longing for something. So as I end our time in prayer, I'd like us to kind of experience some prayer together, and for us to think about all the different kinds of people and reasons that represent the candles in our own life. So if you have any prayer requests, certainly put them in the chat, and if I see any of them come by, I will certainly integrate them into our prayer this afternoon. Gracious God, we light candles for so many reasons, and sometimes our candles represent a person that has since passed away, and the flicker of the flame represents the memories we still hold dear, the love that we shared with this person, and the hope for us to be reunited with that person. We light a candle for the person that is incarcerated this Christmas season, that is experiencing isolation from loved ones, feeling all the feelings that comes from being incarcerated. So we think of all the people that are incarcerated this season. May they find peace and hope. We light a candle today for the people that are experiencing a cancer diagnosis. All the wonderings and feelings of medical procedures and how to navigate this diagnosis. We light a candle today for the persons that are estranged from loved ones and can barely imagine what it will feel like to be without loved ones on Christmas Day. We light a candle for those that are sick with COVID, sick with a new diagnosis, and are struggling to get well. We light a candle for the child experiencing their first Christmas. May we too experience the wonder of the season through the eyes of a little one. Today we light a candle for those that are battling mental illness. May they experience support and resources that make mental illness less of a burden in their life. We light a candle for those unnamed that are forgotten, ignored, or not even noticed. May they not feel invisible today. We light a candle for all those under war, wondering if today is the day that they will lose another loved one, they themselves will die, or they themselves will sort of succumb to starvation or anything related to war. We light a candle today for all the things that we hold dear. So for all the things that this candle represents, God, may you be present in our prayers. May it be so. Amen. Thanks everyone for joining today. I hope that you all experience moments of joy, moments of feeling God's presence in your life. And do know that if you are in need of support today, that Pastor Elizabeth and I are a resource to you. We care so deeply about all that consider themselves part of this Hennepin community, even if you can't ever join us in person. Know that you are being thought of today. Blessings, everyone.